Good morning, coaches. All right, let's go ahead. Let's talk about Monday, the 13th. Okay, so we're back into those back squats. We're now transitioning from RPE to percentages again for this week. So it's going to feel heavier for our athletes because we are going to give them a specific weight to hit. Okay, we are looking at 75% plus for our not our white, yellow, and orange athletes. White, yellow, and orange athletes are going to go back to RPE just off a 6. Above a 6. Okay, we want them to build heavier, but they can start at that 6, build however they feel like they need to. Okay, with the back squat, because we were kind of doing moderate to light last time, I didn't see a whole lot, at least in my classes, I didn't see a whole lot of stripper butt happening. What I feel like is going to happen, I could be wrong, is we are going to now start to see, because we're getting the heavier weights on, people doing this guy, where they'll come down and then they'll throw their elbows forward or kick their hips up to get that weight through, okay? So for your primer, after your warm-up, really work on getting them to keep their shoulders and hips rising at the same time, just like in an air squat. We wouldn't allow our athletes to come here on an air squat. Okay, so don't let them do that with the barbell. If they start to get heavy and that butt is shooting up, make them lower the weights, okay? You're in control, keep them safe. All right, then the workout. We're doing 3 sets for time. We're gonna be doing some doubles presses. It actually should be a fairly heavy weight. I think for red, let me double check, but I think for red and black, we're in that 60s to 75 pound dumbbells. If you do not have enough dumbbells of any particular weight, let's go ahead and let's transition to a snatch. I can demo that. Jamie, will you do me a favor really quick? Will you grab me a kettlebell? Just a lighter one. And I'll show you guys really quick how we can incorporate the kettlebell into it as well. So, doubles presses, you're going to do 8, 6, 4, and then you're going to perform 30 double unders after each set of the doubles presses. So 8 double unders, 6 double unders, 4 double unders, 2-minute rest, then go back into it, okay? 2-minute rest means that the doubles presses, double unders, we should be rushing through that, okay? Make them earn that 2 minutes rest, okay? If they're sitting there for 2 minutes and they're like, this is a really long rest or a really long break, they did not push the doubles presses enough, okay? And if you've ever done doubles presses, you probably don't even need to push it that hard for your heart rate to be like pumping out of your chest, okay? So just make sure that they are breathing heavy and they want that rest by the end of those sets. Okay, so devil's press, single arm. We're gonna come down. Chest is gonna hit the floor, okay? When you have a single arm devil's press, it's easier to get that chest through because you don't have to worry about 2 dumbbells and getting your chest in, okay? So chest hits the floor just like a burpee. Then we're going to step or jump to our dumbbell, okay? The closer your foot is to your dumbbell, the easier the movement becomes, okay? If I'm shorting my hop and then pulling the dumbbell to me, that's another motion I have to do, okay? But if I can jump right to that dumbbell and I'm over it, I'm in a good position for the next part of the devil's press, okay? Now, standing here, we're gonna go ahead, hinge, and press overhead. So we go from like almost like a kettlebell swing and then pressing that dumbbell overhead, okay? One thing that can be tricky on this is when we're going fast. Some people will want to keep it on the side. This is allowed. However, it's going to tax the side of your body that you're constantly using, okay? So encourage them to do alternating. It's also going to cause them to have to swing more than like pivot and press, okay? So however your athlete decides that they want to do that, it's fine, but there are pros and cons to it, okay? Also, when you're doing your devil's press, you come down, the dumbbell is gonna have to move at some point to the center, whether that's on the floor when they stand up, It'll depend on how tired they are and how your athlete likes to move. One thing you could do for a warm-up or even a primer before the workout is have them go into this plank position and have them move the dumbbell in an hourglass shape, keeping in that plank position, okay? That's gonna help create shoulder stability as they're moving it from side to side, okay? All right, so if we run out of dumbbells, we have a kettlebell. We're gonna come down. Hands not going to touch the kettlebell. I'm just gonna come down into a push-up, into a burpee. Then I'm going to grab my kettlebell and snatch it back down. Okay, you are going to have a little bit of more motion on this movement, shifting from side to side on the kettlebell. You will also need to be more intentional about, okay, I'm switching arms now, so we're not just taxing one part of the body, okay? And they can split it up however they want. It's not alternating, so, but just definitely have them think about where they want to make that transition, all right? Enjoy your guys' Monday. I will see you tomorrow.